People always say the 2x teleconverter kills your autofocus and softens your images. I thought the same until I used one. The 2x teleconverter, $400. Is it worth buying a $400 teleconverter, or would you rather just save up the money and go get a couple thousand, maybe $3,000-4,000 400mm lens? Well, I've got a whole bunch of photos that I've used because I'm a sport photographer. I also like shooting wildlife, and surprisingly, you might be surprised to see that I actually shoot the stars with this too when it's attached to the teleconverter. But first, we're going to do a couple tests because I have the 70-200 attached to my 5D SR, and I've got my son off in the distance, and we're going to do a quick test with the 200mm. We'll attach this, and then we'll see the 400mm. Yes, I'm on a tripod, so I can get a static shot, but everything that I shoot except for astrophotography is all handheld. I don't think you can really handhold a 400mm lens, prime lens, because the thing is heavy, huge. But with this thing attached to that, it's like nothing. Your autofocus goes pretty quick. It's not as fast as it is with the 200, but it's still pretty quick. And using the AI focus, I haven't really had a problem. Anyway, okay, so I've got things set up on a tripod. I got my son out there. He's approximately, what did we say? It was about 60 feet? Right around 60 feet away from me. Mm-hmm. And I'll go live. I'm actually going to do a video on this so you can see exactly what it's looking at. We're going to move him in. It's 200. That's 70. That's 200. And he's focused in. Now, if I put that 400mm, it's going to cut everything off of his knees and everything. But that's 200mm. I'm going to show you what happens when we go and put the 400mm on. Stay there, Martin, okay? Now we are at 400mm, and the focus, look at that focus. It's really good. Martin, can you start walking away from me? And as far as he goes, he should get out to about 120 feet by the time he gets full frame. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Right there, stop. And right there is 120 feet, and that's full frame. Now, if I'm shooting this thing and I was taking a full, just a regular photo, he's 120 feet away from me. When I'm shooting animals, wildlife, I mean, they're that far away. Or farther, but typically about that far away, sometimes closer. I don't even have to crop that, and that is a beautiful photo. That is a distance. It's the great thing about 400mm. So what do you get when you attach this? What do you get when you attach the 2x teleconverter? Well, everything is multiplied by 2, except for your ISO. Your focal length is multiplied by 2. Your f-stop is multiplied by 2. So you now get 140 to 400mm, and then your f-stop goes from 2.8 to 5.6. Most of the stuff I'm going to shoot is daylight or pretty bright. bright enough to where this thing can handle it, and I will shoot, depending on, I mean, I'm going to try to get at least a 400th of a second. I'll probably push 1,000th to maybe 2,000th of a second. Broad daylight, bright, sun shining on my subject. I'm going to hit probably an ISO of about 1600. I'll probably stop it down to about f8 just so I can keep extra focus in case it's like focusing on if he's moved like this. If it focuses on his back shoulder, you got a little extra, because this thing, the bokeh on this thing in that distance, there's still bokeh. It's ridiculous. And the same thing with the 400 millimeter lens. I would think that your prime lens would be really good focus bokeh too. All right, Martin, you're good. Everything that I do is handheld when I'm shooting this, except for astrophotography. And I'll keep this up. I mean, it's not that much heavier. I think it might be a pound. I'm not sure what the weight is. But I mean, you're able to just shoot. A 400 millimeter lens, I think, is a little bit longer and a lot wider. And I believe it's a lot heavier. But if I'm going to shoot him, of course it helps if you put it back on. Are you gonna kick? Let's see. So I'm at ISO 200. I'm gonna put this up to 800 ISO, and I'm gonna push this up to 800. All right. And then what you'll get is a nice sharp image like that. And I'm gonna call that really sharp for a 2-time teleconverter. And the AI servo autofocus is unbelievable. It's still fairly fast. It's not as fast when it's only a 200, but I can get a lot more and I don't have to crop in. I mean, I'm hitting it pretty hard. You ready to do it again, buddy? And so the lighting, the sun just went beyond, and now I just lost them because the sun. But anyway, handheld is the way that I shoot this thing. Animals, everything else. I didn't baby this thing. It's the autofocus is great, and anything moving is awesome. I mean, it's really surprised me at how well this thing holds up the 2-time. Doubling my reach from 200 to 400 in the field, wildlife that's moving fast moving subjects like sports, all kinds of stuff. I'm able to lock right on, and then of course shooting the stars too. This thing is awesome. But most people wouldn't even think to put this thing on and use it basically as a telescope. Check this out. Walk over. So I've got my telescope here, and I have actually put my teleconverter on here and then my camera, and I've actually gotten 1800 millimeter out of this. I got a 900 millimeter telescope, and it's f8. So like I had said, anytime you attach a 2-time, you're gonna multiply it. So the 900 millimeter goes to 1800 millimeter telescope, and then your f8 goes to f16. So, I mean, you're losing a lot of light, but I'll put this on, and then I'll put it on here, and I'll shoot the moon, and wow, I created a DIY with this piece here and then a tripod on here to put my camera right on there, and I'll show you that now. So I'd use the tracker, I would align everything, square everything up with Polaris, so therefore I know that my tracker is lined up. Then I would take my telescope off, and I would attach this thing. So I took a piece of aluminum and I cut it to size. It already had that hole in it, but I put 2 holes in it, and those holes are the same spacing as this is here. And I put this up on top. Of course, I have a ball head here. And all this is done, this thing would be lined. It would be level, it would be lined. It would be chirping, turning. My DIY astrophotography setup. This goes hooked onto here. All done, pretty much in the dark, so it's even harder. Like this. You can set this up any which way you want to go. As long as this thing is lined, you could shoot anything in the sky. And then I would attach this, which is what we call a dummy battery. And I would have my electricity out here, which you can see here. And I would have it hooked up. This is hooked up to my tracker motor right here. And then I would attach this inside here and plug that in there. Set it with a tethered or an untethered, either way, a wired or a wireless remote, and then set this thing up for however long. And with this setup here, I've been able to get 2-minute exposures. I typically just do 30-second exposures, and but I put this thing under the stars 4-5 nights in a row, gotten about 13 hours, probably more, of Andromeda, and I absolutely love this photo that I got of Andromeda with this two-time teleconverter extender, 400 millimeter, looking at the sky, getting deep sky objects with just your regular camera. So the question is, would you consider a 2-time extender, or would you rather just save up for the 400 millimeter? I've got links below linking to all of these pieces that I've shown you. Go down, check them out, and also, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. Also, leave a like, and until next time, I'm Mike, and I'll see you.